And welcome to another edition of the Living Large Theater Podcast. I am Billy Santiago, along with my good friend of 37 years, Gary Rodriguez, super producer Noe Ayala. You can reach out to us at livinglargetheater@gmail.com. We're available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Prime, and now on YouTube. Hashtag Living Large Theater Podcast. Rate our podcast, share with a friend, leave us a comment, and more importantly, hit that subscribe button.
Thank you, Billy. That's right. The Living Large Theater is always open. Admission's absolutely free. All you need is a sense of humor and a hunger for entertainment. And we are moving and shaking right now. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We are
Happy
in
holidays.
Okay, we're not going to go over that again. Happy Hanukkah. There you go. And we're blowing through 2025. It's been a great year. If you have any complaints about 2025, I don't want to hear them. Keep them to yourself.
If you had one,
if I had one complaint,
what would it be, Gary?
I haven't hit the Powerball. That's a major complaint. And
Did anybody win on Monday night?
No, I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, anybody who thinks the Powerball or the lottery winning is just and I'm making those two little things with my fingers. I forget what they're called. Air quotes. Okay. Anybody who thinks that lotteries are by chance, I think it's wrong. I think it is all in the hands of God. So pray, and when you win, use it wisely and according to God's will.
How many numbers do you play, Gary? I mean, how many
I buy two power. That's a good question. Thank you, man. I buy two Powerballs with that extra number, which I have no idea what it does. I buy two Megas, and I buy two Texas lotteries.
I just buy one.
Because if it's meant to be.
Exactly.
That's my standpoint, too. I'm going out on a limb by buying two of them.
Do you do quick picks?
I do quick picks. I'm too lazy to sit around and figure out. If I was going to do all the scribbling with the numbers, they'd all be the same, like 7, 7, 7, 7.
You imagine you buy 50 and the guy next to you just buys one, and he's the one that hits it, and you.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's right. Hey, coming in 2026, we're going to be giving away a brand new Toyota Tacoma from Henderson Toyota in Lake City, Florida. All you got to do is keep listening. We're going to find out how to get it to you and make sure that you listen and you let us know what the answer is to that secret question.
I think Billy
that'll be a
it.
great way to kick off 2026.
Billy's going to drive it over.
Hey, we want to thank our sponsors right now.
Drive it over.
Obviously, Henderson Toyota, but more closely is White Sands Marina Inn and Suites. You know, we recorded the podcast down there last week, and we had just such a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Arnold, Corina, they are salt of the earth, and they just treat us so well. They have a great organization running White Sands Marina Inn and Suites. They're both veterans. She's from Air Force. He's from the Army. They've built that into a go-to destination, especially now with all the attraction and all the attention to the SpaceX launches. On top of that, they have 50 boat captains that sail out of there every single day. You can hire a boat captain right there, and they will take you out into either the bay or the ocean. You want to see dolphins, you kind of got to get into the ocean.
Whatever happened to those T-shirts you guys were selling?
We sold out. We sold out, yes.
And
sold 500 T-shirts in 23 days. We've got another round of 500 in production, and we sell them at Tom and Jerry's on South Padre Island. They're $20 each. And
so nobody shut you down yet, huh?
No. Why would they?
Why would they?
Well,
Billy.
Well, we're using Elon's image.
Elon's image on a T-shirt.
Elon's riding a rocket ship.
That's right.
And
had a blast.
And it says had a blast on South Padre Island, and he. His images are in the public domain now, I think. And if they're not, I'm still going to stick to that. They are.
Well, we need to ask an expert on that here in a few minutes.
Yes, and we definitely have a media expert in here. So as we wrap up 2025, I want to thank you so much for for joining us here today. We also want to thank our sponsors, Mr. Ward Thomas, Majestic Studios. Hey, if you have your next record or album or rap song or whatever, and you want to record it, get with Ward Thomas at Majestic Studios. He has an awesome studio, and that's where we broadcast from here with the Living Large Theater podcast. Ward Thomas, thank you so much for being our corporate sponsor. And also Fred Rodriguez, all together now.
All
on one line.
Freddie.
Fred Rodriguez, a Texas sportsman. You want to go hunting or fishing, Fred Rodriguez is your guy. He's also a certified captain, certified by the Coast Guard and the state of Texas to take you wherever you want to go on his boat. Fred Rodriguez, the Texas sportsman.
Gotta
Thank
have
you
it.
so much. Yes, sir. This is the Living Large Theater podcast. You know, usually we have a little dialogue, and that's pretty much.
You mean a Gary rant?
A Gary rant, or Gary up on his soapbox
Okay.
complaining about. So, yeah, complaining. Yeah, but I don't want to waste our guest time because we're going to try to keep it 30, 35 minutes. And this gentleman brings so much knowledge about media in general, but you know, I'm not even going to shortchange him on saying he's a media expert. I would have to say he is a human nature expert. He knows what makes people tick. He knows what makes people talk. And I found out a long time ago that in order to reach the human mind, you have to use one of three methods: intensity, repetition, duration. And I think this guy employs all three of those in one commercial or one promotion or just one appearance for one of his clients. Please help us welcome Mr. Marc Fantich here, entering the Living Large Theater podcast.
All right, thank you both. Appreciate that.
Hey, I'm serious,
I
man.
see why you have a 15-minute show. You got to thank 100 sponsors. How on earth did you get Henderson Toyota to give you a truck?
The magic. It's the magic. We talked to them, and they were, first of all, their biggest opposition was they're in Florida, we're in Texas. I said, but we have listeners in Florida, and we have listeners in North Carolina, Georgia. We have listeners in Thailand, Spain.
Beirut.
Yes.
Iraq.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran too.
Yes. So we're going to give that truck away. Hopefully, maybe you can win, Mark.
Well, that's, yeah.
Marc Fantich. Marc Fantich.
Yeah, wink, wink.
We're going to break it down. Some of you may remember him as Scott Taylor from KRGB Radio here in the Rio Grande Valley. Many years ago,
Early 80s.
and for many years, you were very popular down here. You had a huge following. People still remember you, and I think that as far as I know, that was the foundation for your further success in media and other things that you got into. Talk about your time at KRGB Radio.
Well, it's kind of where I cut my teeth. Got a job working the overnight show
Oh,
on
yes.
KB 104. Remember when it was called that?
Yeah,
It
KB
was in
104.
Edinburgh, and did pretty well.
We
Got
never knew
picked
that. I
up-
never knew you worked at B104.
Yeah, I did overnights there.
Wow.
Did you break format a lot, Mark? Overnights? Don't
Wait,
lie.
Say that again. Remember, I'm really hard of hearing.
Did you break format?
Did
I
you
always
break
did.
format?
Yes, I always broke format.
That's what you're known for. You're iconoclastic. You take a chance. You push the boundaries.
Here's the rules. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right in the trash, and we're going to do it this way.
And it's all underlined by one word: success. Almost everything you touch turns to gold. And I'm not just saying that because you're here. I say that behind your back. I say it out in public. I say it in social circles because, you know, obviously doing what you've done, you may have ruffled a few feathers along the way. And when somebody knows that you and I are friends, you know, I get that, oh, wow, really? And I go, oh, yeah. And I'm sure they say the same thing to you about me.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, really?
not that much, actually.
Hey, man, you're a legend down here. And I want to thank you for coming into the Living Large Theater podcast.
Well,
And
I appreciate the invite.
yes, and also
You've
just
got a cool thing going here.
Oh, this is great, man. We have a blast.
I remember when you told me you were going to do this, I was like, I don't know, man.
You're a cautious guy. That's why.
Well, we all started in the McAllen Library.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yes. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And then they were
yeah.
going to ready to kick us out because we were too loud.
Yeah.
Well,
How many
not us, it
episodes
was
do you have? I
Billy.
was trying to look that up, and you've been doing this a long time.
That's 3 years now.
3 years. Yeah, 3 years. since
3
I got
years.
four.
Yeah. We're in season 6, I believe, right?
7.
Season
Yep.
7.
7.
If it was going to die, it was going to die a long time ago.
Yes, yeah. It's actually become a labor of love. You know, we have our sponsors. We thank them so much, but really,
The fastest
if you
growing.
do this for, it is the fastest growing podcast in America. If you do this for money, you're doing it for the wrong reason. I as far as I'm concerned, I want to stay relevant. You know,
That kind of goes with everything, though.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that's right. I want to have fun. I want to stay relevant. I want to keep utilizing the discipline and the social influence that that we had on radio. I mean, I was on the radio. I knew I could say something and probably get away with it for a while and also impact somebody's mind. I remember when J.D. Gonzalez was down here, we were on B104 doing the morning show. It was April Fool's Day, and I came up with some cockamamie thing that at 6 a.m., when we went on the air, I said, the National Daylight Savings Time has just issued an order for everybody to move their clocks up 3 hours. Well, people started going to pick up their kids from school at 1 p.m. The general manager comes in there. He goes, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "It's an April Fool's joke." I said, I said it at 6 a.m. I said, everything we say for the rest of the morning is an April Fool's joke. He says, "You idiot. Nobody's awake at 6 a.m. I said, "Well, I still said that." So he fired us, and we were fired for, half a day?
Yeah.
And then they brought us back on. So, it's all theater. And that's why we call this the Living Large Theater podcast. And I really hope you get that Toyota Tundra.
I'm not going to win your Toyota Tundra. Pretty sure my friends at Hacienda Ford would be a little upset.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. You'll give it back to us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Donated to a charity or something.
cutting your teeth at B104 in the overnights. What happened then?
Okay, I get picked up at KRGV and had a lot of success at KRGV.
So you went from FM to AM,
right.
Okay.
Who does that?
Who does that?
Who does that?
It's the other way
And that was
around.
what, early 80s, Mark?
Early 80s, yep.
So
Like
AM was still
82,
kind of
3,
relevant.
4, something like that.
Yeah.
I remember Crazy Steve. Remember Crazy Steve?
No, I wasn't even here
This is-
then.
So you remember the Mad Mexican?
I worked
Oh,
with
yeah.
him.
Mad, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't know Crazy Steve.
No, I didn't.
He would tell me, they're going to be dispatching taxi cabs on AM radio.
Oh, wow.
In other words, don't leave.
Yeah.
There's no future in AM radio.
Yeah.
Well, there was a little bit of a future in AM radio.
Yeah. Well, you had to make it.
So I did that for 3 or 4 years. I'm going to give you the short story of this.
Yeah.
Got a little big for my britches because my ratings were really good.
Yeah.
And the general manager calls me into his office and says, "Hey, sit down." And he hands me a cup of an empty cup of coffee and says, "Here, go fill this up with water for me." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Fill it up with water for me." I said, "Okay." So I go fill it up with water. I'm sitting down. Dude, I'm 23 years old, 24 years old. I got long hair, and I'm a rock star on the radio, and I got my TV program.
Yeah.
It's every day on Channel 5. I'm somebody. This guy's got me going to get him a glass of water. He says, pushes it in front of me. He says, "Put your finger in there." I said, "What?" He goes, "Put your finger in that water." So I put my finger in the water. He says, "Now real slow, take it off." And so I pull my finger out of the water, and obviously my finger's gone, and the water, he goes, "Wow, that's amazing. As popular as you are and as much as you think of yourself, I would think for sure you would left a hole in that glass of water. But you open your mouth one more time and you're going to be like that glass of water, and I'm going to fire your ass."
Damn.
Why did he say that to you? What did you say on
Pushing
the
the
air that
boundaries.
pissed him off?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to set up the shit. I'm kind of new at this. The Karate Kid came out. I had to go take karate lessons. And he hands me a commercial because, people want the good guy to read the commercials. You know how that goes, right? Right?
Yeah, of course. You want the best.
So, hey, I'm sorry. I'm not reading this commercial. Here, give it to somebody else. Give somebody else. I'm not doing all the commercials. And so off I go. That's when he invited me in to do that.
Yeah, you're too good to do the commercial in
So
his mind.
That night, I came in with 2 big nails, a hammer, and a Sharpie. Hammered my shoes to his door and wrote, "Fill these, mother effer," and walked out.
Damn, you put him on the table, buddy, didn't you?
And then you went up. Where did you go after that?
Well, first, the next day, I went over to, what was that radio station that used to be KGBT FM, but it was in Harlingen?
KIWW?
No, it had a funky name like, not K-Frog.
Oh, okay, 94.5, 94.5.
I blackballed myself just in 2 seconds. I couldn't get a job working anywhere.
Couldn't get a job counting pies in the pie factory.
Nothing.
Wow. What'd you learn from that?
Sometimes it's just better to shut up and take your licks.
No, okay,
and-
but you took that experience and look what you turned it into, Mark.
Well, I learned how to write commercials.
Yeah. And read them.
And well, when I was reading the commercials, that's why everybody wanted me to do them. I was like, they would hand me commercials. You know how you guys are in the radio business. They would sit there and they'd write down family owned and operated, valley-wide service, fast, friendly service, and here, write a commercial or read this commercial.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the worst commercial in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Let me rewrite it.
What about that very important and very ground-shaking phrase at the end of a lot of commercials, and much, much more?
And much, much more.
What the hell does that mean?
It's that one, and we were just talking about this the other day.
Yeah. And all your hardware needs.
Right. Everything for your fill-in-the-blank needs. Come to our law office. Everything for your legal needs.
Where did you learn how to write copy?
Dude, I learned how to write copy. I didn't learn anywhere. I said, what do I need to say to? It's persuasion. It's how do I talk somebody into thinking the way I think about this product?
Because
you
a
get what I mean?
because a lot of your spots, and I've listened to them over the years. You have a
They don't follow any rule
but you
at
have a
all.
call to action.
Yeah.
At every end of the spot, and you repeat the phone number like 3 times.
And he comes up with the catchphrase, jerk a knot in your butt, McCallum Motorsports.
Yep.
The pizza bones. My kid loves the pizza bones.
Don't wanna-
Pizza Hut.
Don't want to honk my horn, but have you ever heard we are only use cholesterol-free oil?
Yes.
I couldn't say that word.
Yeah, that was House of China.
Oh, that's a great story, but your show's not long enough.
Well, we're here for 30 minutes. Let's get on with it. Okay, so another, it's Lunchalicious.
How about
Which
that?
one was that?
That's funny. You're the only one that knows that.
It's Blimpies.
I was doing something for Blimpies, and I said, you know what? This Lunchalicious is pretty cool. How do I protect this? And I took it to my lawyer's office, and I wrote it down, put the date on it, sealed it. I said, here, man, keep this, notarize the fact that I brought it to you, and I'm going to use this line, Lunchalicious. Well, it never went anywhere, but it was still
But
kind of cool. Well, you remember it.
I remember it. It's Lunchalicious. Okay.
D-Tronics?
D-Tronics, fire-breathing amps, earth-shaking speakers? Or did I get it wrong?
That's
That was yours.
exactly
That
right.
was yours.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's mine.
That's
I got it.
amazing, man. So Marc Fantich eventually gets into his own advertising agency, which at the time was called The Agency.
Yeah. Man, you got a great memory.
And, hey, Mark, and who was your first client?
My very first client
TechSmart.
was TechSmart. That's amazing.
Harry Urey,
I'm
right?
going to leave. You can do the rest of the show.
Hey, well, we were talking before we opened up the show. I swear, you were responsible for the famous Q Taco promotion.
Is that right?
Do you know that story?
Well,
Billy,
no, I know,
Billy
I
brought
know
it
that.
up.
I know that our morning show was participating in getting a taco named after him, and you ran a long.
You were on KFRQ?
I was at B104 at the time. You were doing a promotion, although you had the morning shows.
Oh, I had
come up
all
with-
the morning shows on it.
Right.
So I set up this meeting with this guy, Big Al, right?
Right,
there
Big
you
Al. Big
Okay.
Al.
And I said, hey, I want to name a taco after somebody, and I want it called the Q Taco. He goes, well, why don't you name it after me, because I'm full of it, and let's make it the taco that has the most ingredients in it. And so I said, well, what are your favorite ingredients? And he said, beef, cheese, I don't even know what, and who knows, well, I don't even know what's in a Q Taco, but dude, that thing took off.
It did.
They went from 23 stores selling 10 tacos a morning to 500 tacos at 10 stores.
That was a
to
huge
20
marketing
stores,
It's
to
still
30
popular.
stores, to now you go to. They've been purchased by. Well, first of all, they went from TexMart to
Circle K.
Circle K bottom. Circle K ends up saying, "I'm done paying my royalties to Circle K," and they name themselves Stripes.
Right.
Well, Stripes is now owned all over Texas, right?
Yeah.
And you walk into places north of like Houston, and they'll have a Stripes, and it'll say they'll have a sign, dude, like a piece of paper like that says, "We don't sell the Q taco."
No way.
Swear to God,
Too many ingredients.
people say, no, it's just like
That's a Valley thing.
People show up there asking for it. People show up there asking
It
for
has
it.
Beans, potato, cheese, and bacon.
Bacon.
And eggs.
and eggs.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And I always get double bacon when I
Yeah.
get mine.
bet
And
you
a
do.
tortilla. And a
Bet you
tortilla.
do.
So a quick story on your that's why I related everything to human nature. A friend of mine used to own a Chevy dealership down here. It was not Henderson Toyota, okay? It was Roberts Chevrolet in Edinburgh, Texas. And they're closed down now.
2 blocks north of the courthouse.
Yes, and they're now up in the guys are.
He lives in Austin now.
Kip and Mitch are now living in Austin, I think.
Yeah.
And so one time I run into Mitch Roberts, and he said, "Man, if I'd have had 10 Marc Fantiches, I could have retired at the age of 35." And I go, "Really? How's that?" He goes, "Well, Mark sold more cars than anybody." I said, "Like what, 10 a month?" He goes, "Oh, no, not 10. Everybody else is selling 10. Mark was selling 40
Wow.
cars a month." And back then, probably 90s, 80s, I don't
Can
know.
you back that up, Mark? You sold 40 cars in a month?
Well, hold
At one
on. Let me finish this. So I ran into Fantich about a month later.
I'm telling you, I'm leaving. He'll tell the story. He tells the story. It's perfect.
I ran into Marc Fantich and I said, "Dude, Mitch Roberts just paid you the highest compliment." He goes, "Really? What's that?" I go, "Man," he said, "if he had 10 Marc Fantiches, he could have retired at 35." And he goes, "Really? Why'd he say that?" I said, "Well, because he told me you sell more cars than anybody, 40, 50 cars a month." And Fantich looks at me square in the eye. He goes, "Gary, I've never sold a car in my life." I go, "Yes, you have. Mitch Roberts told me you sold shitloads of them." And he goes, No. He goes, "What I did was I helped mothers get their kids to soccer practice. I helped Dad get to work, and I helped the family take a vacation to Taos, New Mexico."
Never sold one car.
Never
Gary.
sold a car in
All
your
I
life,
did is
man.
help people get cars.
That's it. That's it. And the way you framed it when you were telling me, I thought that's the key. You go try to sell somebody a car, you're automatically putting up a firewall.
You're that guy that sells cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Now-
what was your strategy when somebody would come on the lot at Robert Chevrolet looking for a
Well, first of all, do you know what the up system is on selling cars?
no?
Like, say there were 8 people there were 8 salespeople, and he hit it right on the head. I sold more than the other 7
combined. I know you did.
Okay, they wouldn't let me participate in any of the reindeer games. When they would have contests, they would say, "Here, we're just going to give you this, but you can't participate in this contest." And it was just really easy. People would. You think of the last time you went to go buy a car. First of all, is it something you look forward to?
Not really.
Hell no.
No.
It's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's right there
And
with
it
the
takes a long
dentist.
time.
It's a long time. And so the first question is, somebody's wandering around and, how much is this car? I would always walk over to the sticker and I would point my finger right at the very bottom where the number was. And I said, well, it's $23,742. Well, wait a minute. That's the sticker price. Do you think I'm stupid? Well, no, I don't think you're stupid, but if you were stupid, I didn't want to miss it. And that would kind of break the ice.
Yeah, and then
It's like, hey, if you want to beat me up on the price of the car, you're going to have to listen to me explain to you what makes it such a good car.
yeah.
Okay? And then I'll let you just whip on me for an hour if you like. But you're going to have to listen to what makes this car worth what I'm asking for.
So how do you sell the car without selling them a car? How do you get them to buy? What do you say? I mean, going back to what you told me, I've never sold a car in my life, and I'm like, bullshit. Mitch Roberts told me you sold 40 and 50 a month.
Well, the first place I worked was at Bert Ogden.
Okay.
And it was day number 1, around 7 o'clock at night. This dude comes on the lot, and he sees a truck that he likes, a real cool. Getting dry mouth, talking too much. A real cool S10 pickup. Is that what they're called? Those little pickup trucks.
Yeah.
That had roll bars on the back and all kinds of real cool stuff.
Fog lights.
Dude loved it, man. Just absolutely loved it. How much is it? It's this much money, man. I'll take it. And he buys it from me. Well, a week later, it's time to come to pick up your license plates. So I call the guy, hey, your license plates are ready. And the guy shows up. Okay, it's a 2-seater pickup truck, right?
Yeah.
It's him, his wife. The wife's holding a baby, and the other 3 kids are in the back of the truck. And the dude is pissed off. And
At you?
The wife won't talk to him. He's not talking to me. Nobody's talking to anybody. The guy got his dream truck, and I screwed up because I sold the guy the wrong truck. I didn't figure out.
You thought you were selling him the truck of his dreams.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's where it all starts is before you say, I want this car, let's find out a little bit about you, Gary.
There you go. There you go. That's the key.
Sunday morning driving, showing off car? Is this your daily work car? Are you going to be working as a salesperson, driving up and down the valley in this car? Are you driving to just a place to drop off your car to work?
Yeah.
I got to find out all this stuff first
Good.
to find out if this is the right car for you.
Let me stop you there.
Stop me.
If you're in sales anywhere around the world right now and you're hearing this program, listen to what this gentleman's saying. Sell it, make your money, kill it, and get rich.
No.
No. Oh, hang on. What are you saying?
Your advice.
Is that your advice to other people? Because
your
advice. That's not what
I'm
saying.
I'm saying your advice is to listen to the customer, figure out what their needs are, instead of hammering them out. Let me sell you this. Let me sell you this. Let me
for
sell
your
you that.
automotive needs.
Yes. and much, much more.
Figure out what they want.
Yeah.
I mean, not what they want. Figure out what they're going to actually be best off having.
Okay, so Mark, you sold cars for how many years?
5 years.
And you decided to make the leap into advertising after that, the business?
No, it was another one of them nail your SKUs to the door story.
At the car dealership.
Yeah, it would take forever to tell you this. You know Jeff Woodard?
I do know Jeff Woodard, big guy.
We have a softball.
Media Connections.
Huh?
He worked at Media Connections.
No, he worked for Payne, and Media Connection account was Payne.
Okay.
So that's how they knew each other.
Okay.
He has a softball team that we're gonna have as a little team building thing, and it's just fine for the year.
Was it co-ed?
Get our butt kicked, and no big deal. So I go walking into his office, and he says, "I said, hey, so are we gonna put together a softball team this year?" He says, "No, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna hire a bunch of ringers." And by the way, you're not on the team, and we're only keeping one guy that works here at the radio at the car dealership.
I did the same thing at the station I was working at in Killeen. We had a charity softball team. One year we were getting our asses kicked. So the next year I went and got a bunch of guys from Post and played softball.
No problem.
And I had a couple of guys from the radio station, and we went about and won some games.
So what do? I go and I start asking everybody that was on the team last year, hey, we're putting together a team. Jeff is going to be putting a bunch of ringers together because he wants to win this league. We're just having a blast, having a couple of beers.
That's it,
You want to play? You want to play? You want to play? You want to play? So this goes on for a couple of days, and I don't know if you've ever been to Payne Motors back in the day, but they had this huge tile showroom that just echoed like crazy. And I'm minding my own business, and I hear, Marc Fantich, get to my office. And it's Jeff. And he just eats my ass. What are you doing? Putting together a softball team. I told you this guy is the guy that we're keeping, and he's the first guy that you went to get to play on your team. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He said, well, hey, you're going to cut this crap out. He just got after me, and hang on. Everybody is looking out of their office at Mark getting his ass kicked. So I reached in my pocket. I took out my loaner keys, and this is a time when I had a loaner, and I sold so many cars. My wife had a loaner.
Nice.
You know what this means? You know what a loaner is?
Yeah, it's like a demo.
A demo. That's what it is. It's not a loaner. It's a demo.
It's a demo.
It's like, here's a free car. Drive it for 5,000 miles, and we'll sell it.
And then try to sell it.
I handed them both sets of keys, and I said, see ya. And I start walking down the expressway home. 5 minutes later, he pulls up next to me. Dude, get in the car. What's the matter with you? I said, nobody talks to me that way, man. Just see you later. And that was it.
Yeah.
He sent 2 other guys to try to pick me up, and I was not going back.
Yeah.
And that was it.
A man of principle.
The next day, I started at Advanced Security. You don't know Gary Koppel, do you?
No.
Okay. He had a security company, worked there for like 6 months, sold a bunch of security systems.
Was your slogan there, we get the cops there in a hurry?
No.
Oh.
I get a phone call from a guy named Alan Yoder who owns Superior Alarms.
Yeah.
Superior
that
Alarms.
says,
Okay.
hey, we'd like to interview you. I said, as what? As a salesperson. I said, dude, I'm not a salesperson. I'll run this place for you, and I'll show you how to do it. So he shows up with his sales manager, and I've got a binder of all of the sales of, like, so he gets a copy. He takes it from my hand, and he says, Joe Smith. Hey, he asked his sales manager, what about Joe Smith? I've been asking you about him for 2 weeks. He's a friend of mine. He goes, oh, he's still thinking about it. He's not thinking about it. He already bought it from Mark. And he goes to the next page and the next page and the next page and the next page. So I start working at Superior Alarms, and that's when I started the advertising agency as a side hustle.
There you go.
So when I was at Superior Alarms, that's when we took TechSmart away from Security International. And is this a boring as hell story?
No,
This is
hell no.
interesting.
It's very
man.
interesting.
So we take that over and we do great things for it. And
So is that when you came up with we get the cops there in a hurry?
we get the police there in a hurry.
Okay. We get the
Superior
police there
Alarms.
in
I
a hurry.
remember that commercial.
Hell yeah.
And did they get there in a hurry?
They better.
Well, yeah, we had, when your alarm went off, it went off at Superior Alarms. They picked up the phone, they sent the cops.
The cops. Okay.
So you had
like everybody else does.
So
but
you had
they just-
Superior
they don't-
Alarms.
Pardon?
You had Superior Alarms. You had TechSmart.
Superior Alarms, TechSmart, and
Pizza
then
Hut.
I get a phone call from the guy at Pizza Hut who's already a customer of Superior Alarms.
Chuck Davis.
Nope,
Skeeter Davis.
nope. Those are the owner's sons that you're talking about.
Okay.
Chris Wicker.
Oh,
He's
wow.
the brains behind the whole thing.
No kidding.
He
I
said,
remember Chris.
hey, I didn't know you had an advertising agency. I've got 2 customers. I don't have an advertising agency. Oh, yeah, of course I've got an advertising agency. He says, well, you need to come talk to me. I want to hire you. I was like, well, okay, hire me to do what?
There you go. So that's your inroad
Now, this is what? The late 80s?
Dude, this is probably
in the 90s.
this is early 90s.
Early 90s.
And Chris Wicker tells me, oh, my God, he's going to listen to this. I'm going to be so embarrassed. He says, I want you to write a commercial about Pizza Hut lunches, a new thing that we have called Pasta Bakes meals, and a delivery commercial. 3 commercials. I said, sure. He goes, well, how much will you charge me? I said, dude, I'll do it for you for nothing. You're one of our customers at Superior Alarms. I'll do it for you as a friend. He says, that's crazy. We pay $5,000 a piece to have it done in California with some guy who has a SAG card, Screen Actors Guild,
Yeah.
Guild, whatever. And I said, dude, I'm not taking $5,000 a commercial for writing your commercials. And he goes, it's what we're paying now. It's what we're used to paying. You write a better commercial than this guy will. I know you will. Just do it. So I said, okay. Then I go into Alan's office, who owns Superior Alarms, and I said, hey, you're not going to believe this. I just wrote 3 commercials, and the guy's paying me $15,000 to do it. And he says, he's never going to pay you that. He's paying me $15 a month to monitor his alarms. I'm trying to raise it to $16. You only will go to $16. I'm not paying you $15,000, $5,000 a commercial. That's crazy. Week later, I show him the check, and he's like, well, I'll be damned. Would you do our advertising? I was like, let me see. I work here 40 hours a week. Sure, let me help you with your advertising. And Superior Alarms goes from, I don't know, number 900 in the world to top 10 in 3 years.
You were everywhere. Their commercials were everywhere. They stuck to you. And
I kind of had a little knack for doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm sitting here just yanking my own chain.
No, we're
Let's
yanking.
talk about
No, hold
something.
on. No, we're yanking it for you. Okay, so let's get into some of the events you've done. You did Scorcher.
Right?
Talk about that. How did that start?
Okay, that started when one of the radio stations tried to sell me for one of my clients they were having a rodeo, and you know how you open a door for the bull to jump out?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he was trying to sell me for $3,000, we'll put a banner of your customer on here, and when we open the door, people will see it, and then I said, and then they'll stop looking at it because they'll be watching the guy on the bull. And he goes, no, you're missing the point. I said, no, I'm not. It's kind of like putting your logo on a 300-mile-an-hour dragster. It's really cool to look at for about a second. And, oh, God, Roger Kay's one of my good friends, and he comes into my office and he tells me, dude, you don't know anything about event marketing. Because this bull door is worth it. I said, this bull S is what it is. I said, it doesn't make any sense. And I'll show you event marketing. And that's how Scorcher was started.
Wow.
And you did it in Harlingen at the racetrack, first of all,
Dude,
right?
the first time we did it was at the baseball field in Mission, Pepsi Sports Park.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then we did it. Then we started selling out Dodge Arena.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of a big deal.
Big time.
So anyway.
Yeah.
So
Scorcher.
Scorcher.
Has marketing and all that changed since you started, and have you advanced?
Oh,
to,
tons.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no. I guess there were cell phones, but there certainly wasn't social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that.
What happened to radio? Look, it seems like radio just threw itself off a ledge without even looking where it was going.
Radio went exactly the same way as you spending $100 to join a video club to rent VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And then after you join that club, then you would pay $5 a piece to rent videos. And then Blockbuster came and said, hey, man, we'll let you do it for free. And they gobbled them all up. Well, that's what happened to radio. Radio used to be owned by Charlie Trube. He owned one radio station.
Yeah.
And then somebody, Clear Channel, came and gobbled them all up. And then iHeart gobbled all those people up. And then now you got a giant board of directors, and you have to hit that number.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not telling you guys anything y'all don't know.
That
made it impossible to make logical decisions.
Yeah.
But you still use radio in your marketing mix for
I
your clients,
absolutely
right?
use radio. I think it's super effective for what we do.
Is radio still involved with the community they serve, or is it that distant now?
Oh, they'll tell you that they're involved.
Well, it's kind of hard, Mark, when you only have like 3 or 4 people in the building.
Yeah. I mean, you guys know as good as anybody.
Yeah. When I left iHeart, there were 6 people left in the building.
Let me ask you if you remember this. Do you remember how remotes? You all know what remotes
Right.
are.
Oh, yeah. I did hundreds of
all
them.
of our listeners know what remotes are, right? They're 2 hours now, they come out to your place, they crack the microphone for 30 seconds, and maybe 45 seconds and say, hey, I'm here at Joe Blow's Auto Deal, or we got everything for your automotive needs. Hurry over and blah, 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 right? Get a free hot dog.
And much, much more.
Okay?
Get a free-
And so they started doing them back to back to back to back. So it would start Friday night and
Oh,
go
my God.
all day Saturday,
Yeah.
starting at 10 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. Sometimes right over here at Club X, they'd have them at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And then all day Sunday, to where they lost their value.
Yeah.
Do you remember how they started? You would sell one remote
Yeah.
a week.
And it was special.
And that one remote was going to be at Billy Santiago's plumbing store or whatever, light fixtures. And every disc jockey, every shift only talked about where we were going to be Saturday at your place selling your lights.
Building it up.
And then we would show up for 4 hours and do 5 breaks an hour and interview you for 5 minutes. And it was great. But now we just dumb it down, and now it's turned into what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, can you think of the last
now,
remote you heard?
no. Now they
I'll
do.
change the
they-
channel now.
Now they do the breaks at the radio station before that, and they're not.
Oh,
They're voice tracked.
they send a minimum wage dude with a truck to put up a banner that says, "Oh God,"
Or if they have a
fill
tent,
in
they'll
the
put up
blank
a
of the
tent.
radio
Yeah.
station. And yeah, they've lost all their value, but they've done it to themselves.
But you know,
Yep.
you did a great job, and you probably still do because I haven't listened to radio since I left it. But with D-Tronics, you would always do those special occasion remotes with D-Tronics, and one of them was the Black Friday sales,
Yep.
and it was very effective, man. I mean, you had gobs, and then you tied in with
Billy
the radio
was in that
station.
line.
You tied in with us during the Christmas holidays, and we gave away a bunch of stuff from D-Tronics. I mean, we were very thankful.
Pedro, the guy that owns D-Tronics, is just a master of working the suppliers, Sony, Alpine, whatever.
the co-op money, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was way smarter than that. You keep your co-op money, you just cut my prices on what I'm buying from you.
Yeah.
Let me do
Oh,
that
that-
all year long.
And pass it on.
And then on Good Friday, I'll come with my handout for you. And he'd end up getting like $30 tweeters for
Oh yeah.
less than $1. And that would be it.
Yeah.
Hey, first 100 people in line get to buy a set of tweeters for $1.
Pedro, way to go, man. Way to go.
I mean,
What a
if you're going to
success.
have a Black Friday sale, make it count.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hey, Morgan,
Amen.
how do you feel about this? Was a big problem in a lot of research studies we did. Y'all play too many damn commercials. You know, we would play anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes in one spot break at times, and we would stop down twice an hour.
That was probably the first thing that killed radio.
Yeah.
or
Saturation.
That put it on life support is how many commercials are you going to put up with?
I mean, you know, as a programmer, I mean, you know, you're sitting there
Play
banging
3
your head.
commercials at the 10-minute break, 3 commercials at the bottom of the
They
hour,
could-
and 3
they-
commerce before we read the news,
Oh,
and then bomb.
but it
We're
was like
done.
research. Okay, you stop down at 12
Well,
after the
they
hour.
found out how
and
many
you-
people, how many commercials people would put up with, and then they went probably about 10 degrees beyond that.
That's being generous.
Yeah. They found out what people would tolerate, and they went beyond that.
I mean, as an ad agent, you play my commercial dead last in a 15-minute commercial break.
Yeah.
I'm going to call
Would you-
and I'm going to bitch about it.
Would you pay the extra money for first and set?
No.
No?
Would you like any of my money? Because then you'll play it first in the set.
Okay. I see.
Hey, man, you are able to drive trends. You're able to influence.
And hang on, all of this stuff is just common sense.
Their common
Mark,
sense
you
is
would
not that
think-
common.
You would think that.
Common sense has gone out the door.
Yeah,
since-
common sense is not that common. Mark, before we let you go, tell us about your agency and how we can contact you if we want a successful campaign to move whatever we have to sell.
Well, super easy to get a hold of. It's called Fantich Media, Fantich, media.com. If you know how to navigate a website, if not, we'll teach you. But if you don't, or if you do, just go to where it says contact us, and we'll call you back. And
you have
Is it-
how many on your team right now? You still have Michelle Mann working for you?
probably got a dozen people.
Okay.
But
Is it true you have fired clients? You have fired clients before they fired you? You got rid of them?
Oh, I've fired lots of clients. Yeah, it's really simple. when you hire an advertising agency, they make you sign a year contract. Okay, if I'm going to do all this work up front, you're going to hire us for a minimum of a year.
Smart.
Okay.
I never did that. My thing was, we work for it every month by month. You don't like us, you let us go. We don't like you, we'll let you go. But wait a minute, what would you not like about us? You know, when we send you the bill and you don't pay us, that's what we don't like you. That's about it.
Oh, man. Marc Fantich, thank you so much for coming in here. It's FantichMedia.com. You want a successful media campaign, you want some advice, you want to move what you're making and move what you're selling, FantichMedia.com. Marc, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
All right, it's the Living Large Cedar podcast. We're available on the Spotify platform, iTunes, Google Play, also Amazon Prime, and on the YouTube channel, hashtag Living Large Cedar podcast. Rate our podcast, share with a friend, leave us a comment. More importantly, hit that subscribe button. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You keep living large because you know we're living large.